This is not how I saw my 2026 starting. Anyone else? Anyone? Hi, good morning. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Sammy, Sam Marie, Samantha Marie-a-lot, if you will. Just a little bit to know about me if you're new here. I'm 28 years old. I was currently training for a high rocks and am now sporting a back injury. I am a psychiatric physician assistant, run a small smoothie bowl business. Fur baby mom of 3, I'm married. Avid reader, book collector, hobby enthusiast. And today we are starting a new series called Get Back Up. We're keeping it simple, sweet and simple. In full, complete honesty, transparency, I personally have been in a little bit of funk. 2026 is not going according to the plan that I laid out for it, according to the mood board that I so carefully, thoughtfully put together when I was creating what my year was going to look like. One of those big plans this year was high rocks. We're signed up for one mixed doubles, my husband and I, in March, under 2 weeks at this point, and I have had a back injury. I am new to sports-induced injuries. I have been a runner since middle school. The only thing I've ever had is shin splints. And after that, I vowed to take my warm-up seriously and take this body seriously. I don't really know what the specific inciting event was. I've been going over it with physical therapists and with Brian and just like trying to get down and back to what really had happened. I've now had 3 physical therapy appointments. I've experienced dry needling for the first time. It was terrifying the first time. It was really not that terrifying, but I just heard about the guy who got, his lung needled, and that was a scary thought to me. It was a scary thought, but we've been doing things to try to heal, to try to get better from this. So listen, I'm going under my first sports injury, and I am feeling the physical setback of it, but also the mental. It was starting to get so gorgeous outside when I first had this injury, and I was like, wow, what I would give to be able to go run right now. What I would give. Oh my goodness, I don't know how we got here. And I had a pity party. Now it's time to just get back up. I feel like my creativity was peaking and my physical wellness was peaking. And then this happened and I just got stuck in a hole. And the issue is when you get stuck, well, you're just stuck. It feels very hard to get out of that. So we're going to get a little unstuck. This is going to be a little bit of a slow reset, a slow reintroduction into being a human being. So I'm going to go and start with physical therapy. And then I'm thinking we do some bookish stuff. I would like to go back to specific things and underline and annotate them because I did find a 5-star read. Maybe doing some laundry. I'll just have to be careful with that because remembering you can't do everything the way you normally would do it. I just bend too fast a little bit the wrong way, like I'm gonna make things worse again. So this is a slow reset. This is a get back up. Yeah, if your 2026 isn't going quite the way you planned, maybe do a fun, gentle little slow reset with me. I did not expect this season of life. I expected to be full speed ahead heading into 2026. Slowing down because I have to has certainly been humbling. I'm not gonna lie. I'm finding myself a little bit embarrassed that I have come out of here with an injury. Now, these exercises aren't going to be anything impressive. We're not getting sweaty. They're very small. They're very controlled and repetitive. Most of these exercises are really focused on engaging deep core muscles to help better support my back. And listen, I'm realizing that progress is not always going to look like growth. Sometimes, guys, we have got to do the boring and necessary work, especially headed into our later 20s. And right now, that is going to have to be enough. This is what getting back up looks like for me right now. So that is a little bit of what my physical therapy routine is looking like. I think I'm going to make a fun drink right now, and then we're gonna annotate some of the books that I've been reading, maybe do some reading updates. Let's go make a fun drink. If you don't have a fun drink yet, go make one with me. There is just something about making a matcha at home that slows me down. I think when I'm feeling stuck, it feels like my nervous system is literally stuck. Let's go back to what our therapists remind us of to ground us. What are we smelling? What are we seeing? What are we feeling? We can show up for ourselves in really small ways, and those small ways will build us back up. Okay, first sip. That'll do it. I know the color. The color's gonna upset some people. It upset me. The color, if I don't put any flavoring in, is a gorgeous green. But I put maple syrup and cinnamon in my drinks, whether it's matcha or coffee, or I'll do maple syrup and brown sugar. But to me, I think it works better if whatever gets the hot water, that's what the mixture should go in, because it just mixes better. And then that is the hot water that I put in the matcha. So it's not cute. It's not like a gorgeous color. I mean, this color is pretty now, but I'm talking about the color when I was mixing it. That's why it looked gross like that. But this will suffice. This will suffice. I would use like a fun see-through cup so you could see it, but I really prefer to have my coffee or matcha in like a tin like this, because that way the ice doesn't melt. It would probably be cuter in a glass cup, but it won't keep my ice cold. And I'm a sipper, I'm not a chugger, so I mean, these are the sacrifices we have to make. Oh, there's check. Whee! We're gonna do some bookish activities. Slowing down enough to annotate your current read is kind of its own type of grounding. We're processing in real time. Instead of consuming, reading the words, we're actually actively responding to them. This helps keep me present, it gives me an intentional activity, and it gives me room to get a little unstuck. We're processing what is happening, what we are intaking from this book. So this book in particular felt so familiar to me. I really recognized myself in the female main character, Emma. She carries a lot of responsibilities that were never really hers to carry, and I found myself in that role for a long time. I think annotating this book feels like acknowledging that little part of me, or that big part of me, the responsible one, the capable one, the steady one, but maybe also the one who deserves to slow down and feel more for herself. I think books are so powerful because sometimes we don't have the words to express what we've been carrying, but a wonderful author does. And they make those feelings tangible. And sometimes our reset, our healing process starts with just recognizing yourself and remembering who you are. Let's get some reading updates before I lose every ounce of daylight before the day is over, because it's getting dark quick. So big portion of my get back up is reading. It's my favorite hobby. It's my favorite pastime. It's something that just keeps me happy, joyous, living, breathing, something that has definitely kept me grounded, kept me here on planet Earth throughout this injury, is picking up and enjoying a hobby that I do very much love. So while I've been a little bit bedridden, I'm definitely getting some reading done. I picked up something that I wasn't too sure how much I was going to be into it. Okay. I read this book, Part of Your World, Abby Jimenez, probably a year ago today, and I didn't love it. I would be interested to reread it after reading these two, because it was also a particularly difficult time in life. Sometimes I'm not super duper confident if it was the book or if it was my mental place, being that I was, dealing with pre-grief of having a sick loved one and then dealing with grief. This could have been a me issue. I've been putting off Yours Truly and Just for the Summer, which is the next two books in this interconnected standalone series. I've been putting them off because I wasn't a super duper big fan of that. I finally decided it was time, so I read Yours Truly, and then I also read Just for the Summer. I just finished this yesterday. So if we're talking ratings, at the time, maybe a 2.7, 7.5, a 3 on a good day. So not super duper high for me. And then we read this. Let's just talk about it for a minute. We're following two ER doctors, Brianna and Jacob, or how we are first introed to him. On line 1 on the first page is Dr. Death. Brianna is the female main characters from the part of your world that is her best friend. So we know a little bit about Brianna. She went through this divorce. She dated a really terrible man, and this new ER physician comes in. But right now, she's kind of at a point with her life where her best friend just moved off, is in love, married. She's no longer with anybody. Dating is not going well. And so she wants to be like the chief of emergency medicine. But this new guy comes in. Because of that, they are delaying that vote. The current chief says he wants to give Jacob an opportunity. We meet Jacob and everybody's dying on his first shift. And so he gets the name as Dr. Death. But Jacob has severe social anxiety. So he really comes off wrong. He comes off wrong in every possible way. He ends up writing her a letter to explain where he was at and kind of what happened. And from that, they started writing letters back and forth. They end up on this fake dating adventure for specific reasons. And then there's other things going on, like Brianna's brother's really sick. There is some drama for Jacob and his family as well, but there's a lot of depth to these characters. And I loved this. I would give this like a 4.25 stars. I definitely understand the relatability with Jacob being an anxious girly. I've experienced a lot of the things that he has experienced himself. Oh my goodness. Like, I love, it's something she put in the dedication, but it's also comes out throughout the book. And these two characters have just, at the end of the day, like, let's promise to just be harmless to each other. It brought my spirits up. It brought my joy up. I needed a little break from the poppy war because it's a bit dark and devastating, and I'm a bit dark and devastating at the moment. So I needed something that would make me smile and giggle and kick my feet. And this did that. Guys, this is our 5-star read. This is our 5-star read, and what a good month to get a 5-star read for romance in February. This is my second 5-star read of the month. The first one was The Poppy War. I read this in like less than 24 hours. In this, we're following Justin and we're following Emma. Justin posts a Reddit post and he's like, hey guys, am I the asshole? He has named his dog after his roommate and one of his best friends, and he picked the ugliest dog at the shelter and named it after his friend because his friend ended up falling in love and dating with somebody that he previously dated, but it wasn't that serious. There's like no drama there. He noted that he has this curse that every single girl that he dates ends up meeting the one afterwards. They fall in love, they get married, they have kids, so on and so forth. Our female character has had the same exact experience, so she messages him and they end up going back and forth, and they're like, hey, why don't we try to break this curse? And so they make a deal to break this curse. They have rules. It's like 4 dates, 1 kiss, and then a breakup. They hope they meet the one after that. The chemistry is just like so good off rip. You can like feel the butterflies and the giddiness of just connecting with a new person in your life, even if it's just a friendship. Oh, and also something really fun about the dates is he's an engineer, so he's like a bit like analytical, organized, Excel type of guy. So he makes evites to their dates every time, and she gets to like check box. What are we wearing? What are we eating? Surprise. And I just thought that was really cute. There's a lot to unpack here with both of the characters as well. A lot of depth in these characters are going through a lot. I haven't had an experience like this since I read Happy Place by Emily Henry. I have not been emotionally represented and like dramatically represented by a character in any book, period, than how much I was by Emma. And I just have to thank Abby Jimenez for that. I cried during this book. I mean, I don't need to get into the nitty-gritty details, but Emma gets me, and I feel like I've also found my Justin in real life to make me feel less small at times. Oh my goodness. It is just such an experience. It baffles me every time I think about the fact that not everybody enjoys reading and does this in their free time, because to find a character like this that just is on the exact same wavelength as you just reminds you that there's other people out in the world that do understand the things you've gone through and understand why you do the things you do. And it's just like, it is such a unique experience to find a character who just gets you. It was so good. It was so good. I could actually pick this back up and read it right now. Those are my reading updates. I am like 50% through the second book in the Poppy War trilogy, The Dragon Republic, but I did take a little break. I think it's probably time I get back to her and then read The Burning God. But those are my reading updates. That's where we're at. I think in times like these when movement is minimal, if you have another hobby that brings you a lot of joy, this is a great excuse, a great reason to spend a little bit more time doing them, okay? Nourishment has got to be a part of the work. We will have no healing without fueling. We need protein, we need carbs, we need water. This isn't anything fancy or groundbreaking. It's just ravioli and canned chicken. This slow reset does not require perfection. It just requires showing up. Well, surprise, it's the next morning. The rest of the night, I literally just ate dinner and then that was really it. Today, already done my physical therapy exercises just once, had a little bit of breakfast. Then I got ready for the day. What's the saying? You look good, you'll feel good. So right now, I'm gonna film a couple TikToks, YouTube shorts, might do some lifestyle things just to make the space a little bit better because again, we're existing here. So I think really I should tackle that laundry. That's what we're doing right now. I've made a handy dandy delicious matcha. The state of what this room is right now, it's a disaster. I'm going to start with laundry, but I'm going to do some quick little easy things that could just revamp the space and bring it back to life a little bit because it's actually so bad down here. We just come down here, get in bed, clothes get thrown everywhere. If there's a drink, it gets left on the table. I mean, I feel like I'm in my teenage bedroom right now and I'm 28. But listen, life happens. It is what it is. Let's circle back to our nervous systems. Our environment can really reflect our current state, and sometimes it'll make it worse. Right now, when I'm feeling stuck, even these simple tasks have been building up, feeling more daunting than they need to. The room, the laundry. But guys, this didn't take long, and already the space and my head feel different, a little bit lighter. I can't move the way I want to right now, but guys, I can fold my laundry. And I can bring some lightness back to my space. Sometimes part of the healing is just doing what you can. Let's remember, this is a slow reset. So reset the room, return to baseline, start small, and the rest will follow.